Hi Flosstube, I'm Kim Chamberlain, the Canal Town Stitcher, and I'm coming to you today with a kit parade. I don't know how many kits that I wanted to share with you today, but I noticed that a lot of people were doing kit parades, and I do have some projects kitted up, so I thought I would share those kitted projects with you. So, I just did a whip parade last week and posted that up, so that is up. So if you want to see my current whips in progress, you can go ahead and check that out. This is going to be just a kit parade, so I haven't started any of these projects yet, but they're all ready to go, and as soon as I share them with you, I do plan to start a couple of them. So they're no particular order of like whether or not I like it the most or anything like that. It's just the way that I have them laying here on the bed. I have some that I'm going to show you from PDFs and then some paper patterns as well. I do have quite a few that are PDF patterns. I buy some stuff from Etsy, and then I also go to like Fat Quarter Shop and things like that, and I buy PDFs when I can. All right, so the first one I'm going to show you is Candy Cane Lane. I'm sorry for the crinkling sounds you're going to hear. Candy Cane Lane by Brenda Gervais of With Thy Needle and Thread. So this is the pattern. I love this pattern. The only thing that I'm a little worried about is that I am going to stitch this on a piece of 40 count. Yes, it is 40 count. And there's 1/1 stitching on this. So these little tiny candy canes, there's one there and one here. Those are 1/1 stitching. So I'm a little worried about those, but I love this pattern. I think it's adorable and I can't wait to start it. I have all the called for flosses. So I did go to Hobby House Needleworks and I bought all of the flosses for this. So let me pull those out. They're not in here. Oh, they're in the other bag. That's okay. But I do have all the called for flosses, and it's a mix of Gentle Arts and Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. There's two Weeks Dye Works as well. So I'm doing it all the called for. And then I'm also doing it on a piece of 40 count flax, which is also the called for fabric. And I have never stitched anything on 40 count, so this will be the first time that I stitch something on 40 count. So I think it's going to be beautiful, and I cannot wait to get this one going. Okay, next up is from a World of Cross Stitch magazine, no, Cross Stitch Crazy magazine. I got this from my Readly app, and it is, let's see if I have the cover. If I don't have the cover, I do have the cover, but it's in black and white. So this was Cross Stitch Crazy. I don't know the exact issue because when you print it from Readly, it doesn't tell you. It's called Wizard of Oz Cityscape. And so I'm going to pull up the color version so that you can see it. Because I don't think that this black and white version is going to do it justice. This is by Satsuma Street. And it looks like this. Not, like I said, I got it from my Readly app, but this is Etsy, so it is available on Etsy as well. I got all of the called for flosses and DMCs. Here, all these pretty greens, some pretty blues, mostly greens though. And I'm going to stitch this on a piece of 32 count lamb's wool linen. So I think it's going to be gorgeous. And actually, I've been waiting to start this for a very long time, so probably this is going to be started today. Because I've been wanting to start that for a long, long time. All right, next up is Hello Dear. This is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I have already stitched Hello Pumpkin. And so I waited to start this one until I was done with Hello Pumpkin. I wanted to be completely done with that first before I started Hello Dear. Looking for the cover, and I do not have it. So let me pull it up for you. So I have my phone with me today. I'm a little stuffy this morning. But I'm not sick. All right, this is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is still available from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I'm stitching this on a piece of 28 count vintage smoky white because that is what I stitched Hello Pumpkin on. So I wanted the same size. And with all the called for DMCs, I don't always bobbinate everything. I have been actually finding that the easiest thing for me to do is just stitch from the skein. So I just literally throw the skein into the bag. I do have floss drops that I have made with my Cricut. Love my project bags. These are from Shein. They work. I'm going to be making some project bags in the next couple of days, so these are only temporary. So that was Hello Dear. Next up is a pattern that I got from Etsy that I'm going to stitch for my son. And it is called Mario Sampler. It's from Choco Coco Stitch. Choco Coco Stitch or Choco Coco Stitch. Let me try to see if I can. It's like in here. Weird. Hang on a second. The pattern is upright. The picture is not. Rotate this page. Let's see here. There we go. All right, that is what it's going to look like when it's done. Mario Sampler. I did get this on Etsy, and you can still get it. I was looking yesterday. I'm stitching this on a piece of 28 count white Monaco. So here's the fabric. And all the called for DMCs. I just have about 8 more colors here. I know it's not ridiculous. I'm sorry. All the called for DMCs except for I changed out the 817. Right, it called for 817. No, it didn't call for 817. It called for 666, and I'm doing 321. I like the color 321 better. But the rest are called for. And I will be starting this weekend because this is going to go under the Christmas tree. And I'm not sure how many of them I'm going to stitch. I'm going to see how it goes. But I'm thinking I'm going to do the whole thing. So, all right, next up is my dimensions kit. I've already shown this in previous Flosstubes, but I have this complete kit that I got from Amazon. It was on sale when I bought it. I apologize for the glare. I'm not going to take it all out though. This is Winter Cabin. I really love this, and I will be starting this very soon. I don't know exactly when though. I have a few other projects that I want to start first. All right, next up, I just got done doing a whole bunch of these ornaments, and now I have 3 more that I'm going to do for 3 other children that I have in my life. So these are dimensions kits. And I got all of these from 123 Stitch, and they were so well priced. They were like $5 or $6 a piece. They come with everything you need. I can't even get into it, so we're going to have to deal with the glare. So there is Snowman. Sleigh. And Gingerbread House. I bought 12 of these. I've already stitched 3. So these are on my list to stitch this year. All right, next up is stitching with the Housewives up on the house top. I've had this kitted for a while. I got this pattern from Hobby House Needleworks. There we go. I really love this one. They have so many cute patterns. I really have to like be selective because otherwise I would be stitching only stitching with the housewife ones. And not that that's a bad thing, but like I just have other designers that I like to stitch too. So I'm going to do this on a piece of 32 count charcoal Belfast linen. This is by Witchelt that I got from 123 Stitch with all of the called for fancy flosses. So the reason why you don't see the ribbon red, is it ribbon red? Licorice red, is because I have it already. I have it in a drawer. So these are the ones that I bought at Hobby House when I was there. So I have all the called for fancy flosses, including the red. It's just not in here. And I'm looking forward to starting this and stitching on this Christmas season. I've already stitched several of their Christmas patterns. All right, next up is from a cross stitch magazine, For the Love of Cross Stitch. This is the January 1992, and I am stitching this right here. I had a whole ton of these that my mother-in-law just gave to me. And before I knew how valuable they really were, I had gone through them and then donated them to the library. So I have I'm stitching this on a piece of 32 count. And what color is this? I don't know what color this is. I know it's 32 count. Is it Dove? Maybe. It's Lugana. It's super, super soft. Did not come from 123 Stitch. I know because it's not serged. They serged everything. And this has a ton of flosses. Like this whole little bag is full. And I'm stitching it with all the called for DMCs. It is a lot. So I know that this is going to be confetti heavy, but it's beautiful. So I can't wait to start it. I love the snowy owl. So this one's going to be really pretty. is my bride's prayer. And this, if you've been with me for a while, know that I started this in 2000, right after I got married. And I'm restarting it because 20 years ago was a long time. And I mean, honestly, I got a lot done. This was my very first full coverage piece that I ever attempted. And I was doing it on 22 count hardanger. And I was doing 2/1. And I made a mistake somewhere. And I don't remember where the mistake is. And I let it get so gross. It is so dirty. But I decided I'm going to restart it. And I'm going to get a piece of 28 count Easy Grid. And I'm going to stitch it 2/2. Because there's a lot of half stitches and quarter stitches in this. Paula Vaughn is very much known for her half stitches, quarter stitches. But her work is so, so beautiful. So I'm going to stitch this. And maybe hang it up on my wall and have it for my 30th wedding anniversary, which is in 6 years. 7 years. It's in 7 years. I was married in 2000. Only 2023. Not 2024 yet. So I guess I could probably, if I really worked on it, get that done in 7 years. Okay. So then I thought I would show you some of the other projects that I have that I would like to stitch, that I just need to kit up. This one here is by Little Dove Designs. It's called Woodland Friends. So I'm going to kit that and stitch it. I probably will start that in September when I do my fall stitching. I also have Mouse's Halloween Stitching. This is by the Tiny Modernist. I have all of the called for floss for this. I just need to get a piece of fabric. And then I'm going to start the mouse capades. I bought 3 of these already. Just need to get some fabric. These are by Misty Purcell of Luminous Fiber Arts. There's 6 of these. They're adorable. So there's the first one. Oops. Google is trying to strengthen my security here. Here's number 6. They're so cute. And then, oh my goodness. I'm sorry for being a little stuffy. I have some of the Brooks Books Publishing animals. I really want to work on this one. It's a little out of order. I have been stitching them in order, but I really like this one, so I might just want to do this one this year. I also kitted up everything but the fabric. I'm ordering the fabric for this one. is the fox. This is A Year in the Woods. It is the only one of this collection that I purchased. And I am ordering a piece of fabric from 123 Stitch in a 36 or 32 count, probably 32 count. But I did buy all the called for DMCs for this already, so I have all those. I just need the fabric. And then I can start that. So lots of starts in the works, but we'll get there. I'm looking forward to sharing some of my whips. I'm going to do an update video at some point today or tomorrow. I've been working really hard and got some decent progress in a couple of my projects, so I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. And I hope that you enjoyed my small, short kit parade today. Feel free to leave any comments or questions, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Bye now.